Hi there, folks. Welcome back to Grumpy Angry Cows. Yeah. See, they want me to move them in here, and that's why they're screaming at me. So I think I will. But this is the first day. Oh, what is it? April 8th, I think? Yeah, April 8th. This is the first day we're going to be grazing this year. Truly grazing. I mean, they were nibbling on whatever was growing on the edges and such, but truly grazing. So hopefully they all come around because they're going to get moved, and I'll show you guys what to do. So it's pretty simple. I just grab the fence and I move it and I yell at them to come on in, or they yell at me, whichever one they prefer. Come on, girls, come on. Usually I gotta convince one or two of them to follow me at first, or push a baby or something. Come on, Lucky! Because they don't know that the fence is down, even though I just put it down. So usually what I do is I walk into where they're at, and then I'll walk through the section so that they can kind of see something go through the fence. And then they'll maybe follow it. Come on! Come on! Oh, here they go. Are they gonna figure it out? Oh, yep, Mama's like, ooh, green grass. And now the rest of them should follow because they see that she's getting something that they're not. And hopefully they all come down here. And if not, I'm here to assist this process by shoving them further in so that their friends will, come on, Remy, so that their friends will come down. Come on, Luck. Move that butt. Move that butt. Oh, we have not figured out that we have to go around the fence. We want in here, but this is what I mean by they're not that smart. Hey, the fence is this way. Come on. Oh, Mama, you are gonna... That black one looking at us right there, she is gonna have a calf here in the next week, I guarantee it. I see her udders, she is big. She's gonna have a calf here soon. All right, I'll go open the fence over here. Yeah, this is the joys. This is the joys of moving cows, because they're not that smart. And now that I'm going to open this fence too, they're gonna walk that way instead of coming over here where the fence gate is. Well, come on, let's go. You were just here yelling. Let's go, get in here. Come on. Come on. Oh yeah, see, now we're gonna chase cows the other direction. Sorry about my terrible camera work. Even though the fence is open over here. I say all the time, there's a reason I eat these. If I couldn't eat them, I don't know what I would do. Oh, and you're gonna walk right over the fence. Into my fence. Awesome. Ugh. I love cows, I promise. I just love when they're not as painful as they're being right now. Come on, move your butt, Mama. Move the butt. I want to get the fence shut. Oh yeah. Yeah, this girl here, she's gonna have a calf here soon. For sure. All right, now I got to get them pushed up. But I was trying to show you guys my process of how I move cows and what all it might take to actually get them to move. Because as you see now, they're silent and they're nibbling. So as soon as all these babies get in here, I will shut them in. I am going to have to open the gate back up that you guys just saw me close. The only reason I closed it is because I want these guys moved in here so that I can close this fence over here so that I can open that one. It's a whole mess. But basically, come on, Jersey. The whole reason I'm doing the fence moving stuff is because they're still going to be using the water trough down there, and they're still going to have access to the barn while they're in this whole section. The reason for that is our garden hose doesn't exactly reach all the way over here. I don't have it extended out quite yet. Eventually I'd like to get water set up throughout the entirety of the farm, because then what I can do is this whole section here can stop being a sacrifice paddock. So it is always going to look terrible and trash and disgusting because that's their only source of water all winter. So they have to have access to part of this or all of this. So now, of course, that's going to fall off. Why would it not fall off? So now, because that fell off, I have to figure out what I'm doing to fix this. I'll probably have to go turn the fence off. Because I got to get that back up. And I don't want to get shocked. So, alrighty. Now that we got that dealt with, I got the fence put back. And kind of bent out of the way, so we should be good. This, like I say, will allow them access to the water, which is currently overflowing. Because our drain pipe is always getting clogged with something. I want to fix that. And access to the barn for now, because tomorrow afternoon we're taking a cow off. But they're going to be in this whole section for probably 24 hours. I don't think it'll handle much more than that. And honestly, I don't think it'll really handle 24 hours as it is. But the one thing that I've been taught with regenerative grazing is it's not how long they're in the section, it's how long you let it rest. So if I have to, I can move it up here. This is definitely a lot nicer. But anyhow, so yeah, now I have to get the water ready because they will be fine without a garden hose or of any kind for 2 days. Then they're gonna not have access to that down there anymore because I think I'm gonna move them towards the road. I don't think they'll go that way because that's not as rested. And I kind of want to let that down there below the barn. I want to let that relax a little bit more too. It's always a bit of a mucky area. And we're gonna have some drier weather coming up. So I want to try and plan my moves around when it's wet, when it's dry. But so they'll be in here the next day. And I'll show you guys over here. I got to get all the garden hose stuff set up for this year. Because whether I want to or not, cows are grazing. I don't want to dig any more hay out of the barn. And when I'm up to an 8-inch pair of boots with grass, I think I can start getting them out here. You know, I'd love all of my field to look like this, but little bits at a time. All right, well, here's the garden hose section. There's a couple of wandering farm dogs that are not gonna get bit by that fence because I got the fence off, but they know what it is, so they don't usually mess with it. Since this is just kind of terrible garden hose, cheap stuff, I just left it out all winter. Usually I roll it up, but I didn't feel like there was a need to this year. However, I am having to drag half of it back up the stinking hill because I pulled it down last winter so that I didn't have any issues with frozen garden hose. And then this right here is getting stuck on the T-post, so I can't drag it up the hill like I want to. So, but this is the main hose line. This stays out here all year. And then I have a garden hose reel, which I'll show you guys in a second. And I'll hook it up in a second. And we'll get the water line set up. Because like I say, tomorrow, after tomorrow, the cows are going to need water line ran permanently for the rest of the year until I go into the other sections where I have the spring. But what'll be really awesome is I'll show you guys real quick. This here is not as tall as what I came from. I mean, it is in patches. So like this patch here is as tall as what I came from, but right next to it, it is not. If I keep the rotation that I have currently, every 2 days they'll get a new section. They won't be up here for 2 weeks, which in 2 weeks time should have plenty of growth up here. And then as I'm moving them around, I'll see where I need to be at once I get back to those sections. If I'm too soon, I'll start extending. If I'm too late, I'll start reducing. And what I mean by that is this whole 4/10 of an acre section, I did say 3/10 in another video, it's actually 4/10. This 4/10 of an acre section can be divided into as small sections as I want. So that means that if I need to divide this down into 5 sections, I can. Or 4 sections or whatever. Or they could be in this whole section. And that also means number of days as well. So I don't generally count number of days, but I have to keep track of it to know when I come back around. So if I want the cows in here for 4 days, I have to have 4 different sections. So one thing that's always fun about spring for me is I remember all of the things that I either forgot to do or didn't do last year, or that happened at the very end of last year, and I said that was a future me issue. Present me thanks past me, because I didn't remember that there was no garden hose that fed this. Yes, there's a boatload of garden hose on it, but I need a little hose like this that feeds it, because I don't want to hook that directly into it, because this is so tight right here. I just don't like the idea of that. So I luckily had this just laying around, and we're going to use it. The other thing that I always do, and forgot where it was, is I like these little shut-off valves. So this whole section of garden hose I can leave on at the house, and then if I need to shut it off, I can shut it off here. Let's say that I'm over with the cows, I can shut it off over at the cows, because I will put another shut-off valve on the end of this hose reel. So now, let's get this all strung out so that I can start watering some cows. The last thing we need is our water bin here. It's nice, it's rubber, so the cows can step on it, chew on it, throw it, and it doesn't completely disintegrate. And then I need my float, which we used here over the winter. I gotta pull it off all this nonsense and get it set up so that we can put it back in our little bin. I won't show you guys any more of that. I'm sure this video is going to be really long and really boring unless I edited a lot of it out. But thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.